Hello guys, welcome to the channel. The name is Boache and I'm back with another amazing video on this channel. Perfectionism is the reason why we delay our goals. We don't try as much as possible to keep up because something has to look good, something has to look perfect. So when you start something and it's not looking nice, you want everything perfect. What if I told you that this is the reason why most of your goals are being killed? You see, growth in itself doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. As a matter of fact, when I started this channel, my level of confidence and the way I was speaking was very, very low. Everything sounded unsure. But as time has gone by, I have learned through the process. But what if I had waited and was like, no, I'm going for classes here to learn how to talk. I am going to learn all these things. You see, I would have kept delaying. And you know what happens when people delay a lot? You end up not doing anything. Sometimes you are going to visit on the same thing for a very long time. At the end of the day, you lose interest. Today, I want to tell you a story of my life and how it all started, and why I think perfectionism is a wrong route to go. You see, when I started, I was someone who is an introvert, very, very introverted. I didn't know how to talk to people, how to make new friends. And to think of coming online to start a YouTube channel, something of this sort, it's something I never thought of doing. But one day I was then thinking through the process, looking at what people have achieved in life and what people have overcome due to taking risk and moving outside their comfort zone. Then it dawned on me, all along I had thought of making a YouTube channel, something that will motivate and inspire others from all walks of life. And what was the best way to do that? Start buying video equipment, start setting up a studio, and a whole lot. Now look at something. Do you know that I waited for like 2 years before starting this thing? And let me teach you the process that caused it. All along, my thought process was I wasn't perfect enough. I wasn't ready enough. So I had to keep preparing because I wanted things to be perfect. I kept on buying gadgets, recording microphones and all these stuff. And I kept postponing, figuring out whether I could take video courses or whatever. Until I was encouraged by a friend to just go in, just start, because people want authenticity and people want you to come just as the way you are, because you are going to grow with the channel. You are going to grow with the channel. It's not like you are starting like an expert. You grow with the channel. Because it sounds like a good advice. Let me put a first video out there. So for those of you who have seen my first upload, I sounded very, very nervous and I had to do a lot of takes. But look at something. Immediately I did it. The next video was way easier. It sounded like I had broken a shell. I had broken an ice. So I am now easing in. And I started recording. Look at how to keep audience interested and all that. And now I think I am still growing. But that initial fear has worn off. Now I feel like talking to different people from all over the world. And I don't feel shy because I broke off that ice. Now look, if I had kept thinking that I need to be perfect, I need to even have a particular temperament before I can come out to speak in public or come out to talk on YouTube, then that would have delayed me a lot. Now let me tell you 5 facts why you shouldn't embrace perfectionism. You see, start before you are ready. That is the first step. Start before you are ready. Because no matter what, action is going to beat waiting. Action is going to beat waiting. Every day, every night, every afternoon, whatever. Action is going to beat waiting. Now, look at it. Most of your colleagues have thought of starting a business or have thought of starting a particular venture. What they find themselves doing is postponing and preparing, buying stuff here and there, thinking they are not ready. Now, compare them to your colleagues who actually started something very little, with little confidence, little experience, and they started growing. You see that 3 years from now, they are going to be way better. They are going to be well off than people who have waited all their lives. That is a fact of life. You see, perfectionism is something that society embraces, but it's an illusion. You keep thinking that you have to wait and all that, but trust me, it is not the point. Start with what you have, start with the little experience you have. You are going to grow along the way. Set good enough standards. What is going to beat everything is authenticity and what you are bringing to the table. Because no matter what, you are going to bring something distinct. Now, when you go around setting perfect standards that you want to have a Disney style of production, you want to be an exceptionally good speaker and all this, you see, you are not accounting for certain facts because people want something in you that is different from whoever else is there. And no matter what, nobody is going to be like you. So set a good enough standard. That means when you do something and it's not so much up to the quality you want, or it's not so perfect, you just put it out there. Put it out there because there is beauty in the mistakes. There is beauty in the ups and downs. There is beauty in all the nervousness, all the nervous energies you are putting out there. There is beauty in it because it is real. That is what people are looking for. So a good enough standard means you shouldn't look for a perfect delivery. Aim to be progressive, not flawless. Embrace mistakes as feedback. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. Do you know that? No matter what, when you fail, there is something that it does to you. You can become a superhuman from failure because your senses and your zeal and everything is on high alert. Once you make a mistake and you know that this mistake has costed me and this mistake is the reason why I didn't meet that goal, it's very hard for you to repeat that mistake again. That increases your odds of survival or success because now you've made a mistake. This mistake has caused you some money. It has cost you comfort. It has cost you your peace of mind. So whenever you want to repeat the same mistake, everything dawns on you and you're like, no matter what, I'm not going to repeat that mistake. So that increases your odds of survival. That increases your odds of success. Imagine a businessman who starts a business and he makes a mistake and loses about $1.5 million or a huge sum of money. Yes, it can be relative from so little amount of money to huge sums of money. You realize that because it's a pain point, that mistake becomes a pain point. So it's very hard for you to repeat that mistake. And that is why you are going to succeed from embracing mistakes. And that is why you should start. Because when you start with your nervousness and your inadequacies, you are going to make mistakes. These mistakes are going to groom you for success. You see, it is better to be done than perfect. I know some of you are going to argue with me on this particular aspect. The fact of the matter is, sometimes you have to set deadlines, and no matter what, no matter the result you've gotten, you have to stick to it. Even if you are at 95%, 85% of delivery, you don't see the results as very good. Just put it out there. I heard this from a friend. Yes, a friend who has started a business and was